Good morning if you're in the US and Canada and that area. Good afternoon or late morning and afternoon if you're in between here in Australia. And good evening if you're in Australia. Late evening if you're in the East. Hello, my darlings. How is everyone? Hi, Maura. It's lovely to see you. So this is going to be the new time on Tuesdays, and yeah, runtime is open. Okay, never mind. I just and yeah. So it is lovely to see you all, and hopefully, this is my new time on Tuesdays to do my live. Just change things up for a little bit. Also, you know, I'm actually gonna be applying for a job, and if I get that, it'll be Tuesdays and Thursday mornings your time too. So good morning. Hi. And hi, Judy Malley. Oh, I left my I left my notebook over near the lounge. Anyway, lots of stuff happening. Kathy Bartlett is running for the is in the GOP primary against Dr. Oz and McCaney or something like that, some guy's name. And she is running in the primary, and most of the GOP don't want her to win the primary. So we're going to have a look at her because they think if she wins the primary for the Senate seat, she'll be up against Fetterman, and they think she'll lose. So I'm going to have a look and see if she will win the GOP primary. Fetterman's not a shoe-in for his primary either, but looking good. He had a minor stroke on Friday, apparently. His wife said, "You are not looking well. I want you to get checked out by the doctor." And he said, "No, I'm fine, I'm fine." And she said, "No way, you are getting checked out by the doctor." So they went to the doctor, and they picked up that he'd had a minor stroke from a clog in his heart. So always listen to your wife. Yeah, gentlemen, or your partner, your loved ones, they tune in with you. They know when you're not well. So yeah. Oh wow. So we're going to have a look at Kathy Bartlett today. Ukraine have ceded Mariupol to the Russians, but I think the only reason they did that was to get their soldiers out of there. Will they be okay, those soldiers? They're supposed to be having safe transport to a safe place that's not Russian. Well, some place in Russian territory, but will they be safe? So we'll open up with looking at that. But I think they just needed to let go of Mariupol for now because they will get it back. I've just got that go through my head. They will get it back. But those soldiers needed to be taken out of there. They needed to be looked after. So will the soldiers be safe? The emperor, rule of law. They got it. This is not like the emperor as in Putin. This is the emperor as in people who look at those things to make sure there's going to be a close eye kept on these guys, the evacuation, everything. That's a big yes, by the way. 5 of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Yeah, if anything goes a little bit amiss, the things will change very, very quickly. But they're not going out in the cold as much. They're not going to be taken someplace safe in the Ukraine. They're going to be possibly somewhere else. But communication's very quick, very swift changes. They're going to be moved out of there very quickly and are being moved out of there very quickly. It's a little bit cloudy. But overall, I feel like they will be safe, but we're not going to be able to learn a lot about how they're going. But they will be. Will they be safe? Yes. But it's going to be a bit hard to get some information about how they're going. They're being moved out very quickly. It would be better if they could go someplace like Georgia or something, but yeah. But the thing is, too, it can now free up resources up in the north where Ukraine has retaken Kharkiv, and that's good. Let's just hope, as we hope every day, that this conflict, that this war, an end can be brought to this, that this can be brought to an end. And that that's my phone. It's the alarm for my Hot Topics. I have done the Hot Topics video. I just haven't loaded it yet. Okay, so hang on. Yeah, it's an alarm to remind me if I haven't done the Hot Topics to do them. Hi, Human Generic. Hi, Craig. So we just had a quick look at the soldiers. I do think they'll be okay, but it's going to be hard for a while to get news on them because, they don't like, what it can be like. Hi, Edna May. Morning to you. You're working the primary election in your precinct and heard, oh, thank you. That's all right, Edna May. Good on you. James and I actually posted our postal votes today so we can avoid polling places with COVID going through the state as it is. So we sent in our postal votes. So, yeah, we put them in the mail today. Oh, have a look. There, somebody, I was watching a story where they had somebody explain what a hung parliament is, and that's where neither party has quite enough seats to rule on their own, so they have to make deals. The last time there was a hung parliament in Australia, it was with the 2010 election. Julia Gillard, the Labor Party, got back in, but it took 2 weeks to make the deals for them to be able to form a government. Will there be a hung parliament this time? And the party that is in government, if there is a hung parliament, the party that is in government gets to have first crack at making a deal to form a government. And if they can't do it, then the opposition party gets it. So if there's a hung parliament this time, the Liberal National Party would get first crack at forming a government. But will there be... Hi, I'll uncover the news. Yeah, I've moved Tuesdays to the evening here and mornings. Just, shift things about a bit. So will there be a hung parliament after the election? I'm getting no. It might come close to that, but it's not going to. Knight of Cups. It might look that way, but no, there'll be offers. There might be fears of that. I think will there be a hung? No, it's definitely going to be the end of one party rule, the end of one government, that means it's the start of another government. So that means no, because the end of one thing and the start of another thing. So there's the LNP and there's the Labor Party. So definitely that's the death card. So no, it looks like Labor will be able to do it. 7 of Swords. Yeah, no, they might, Liberal National might try for it, but it's not going to happen. How long will it take till we know? Will it take just one day, or will we know like that night or the next day? Will we know Saturday night? Quite possibly. The Temperance card. Will we know by Sunday morning? The 8 of Wands. Yeah, it's going to be come about relatively quickly. Now, we all know that polls can't be trusted, but on a two-party preferred basis, the Labor Party are over 50%, and that's good. Will the Eurovision winners be a target now they are back in Ukraine and fighting Russia? No, I don't think they will be, because it was a real boost to morale and everything, but they want to fight, so they're not going to let themselves be jockeyed around to give a show here and a show there. No. The reason they returned home, they could have stayed, and they would have been a bigger target if they hadn't come back, I think. No, they're not going to be a target, but they will be in as much danger as anyone who picks up arms for their country is and is fighting for their country. So that doesn't mean they'll be completely out of danger and safe, but, no, they've gone back. They'll go wherever they're told to go. Whether they're able to stay together or get split up, they will do what they're asked to do. And yeah. Okay, let's have a look at Kathy Bartlett. She's Pennsylvania GOP primary contender for the Senate. She is a nightmare. She is a total nightmare. And she's got this whole story about, how she was the child of rape, and that being so, yeah, terrible way to be born into the world. But she did very well for herself. She went to the military and all this, and that's fine. I want to see, is she going to win her primaries? Six of Wands. Yeah, that's pretty clear that she's going to win her primary. Will she win the Senate seat? That is another thing, because the Republicans don't want her to win the primary. They'd rather have Dr. Oz, apparently, than this woman. 9 of Cups. Greedy merchant. Doesn't mind who she steps on. Temperance. No, things are going to be brought back into balance with the midterms. So she's got 9 of Cups and Temperance, which you would think would be good, but will she win the Senate? Will she win the Senate seat? 6 of Swords. No, it's going to be tough. So it's like I think it might look like she'll win it. Might be looking good early on, because, as you know, Republicans are very big for turning out on the day. But then things even up. Really tough for her from then on. Will Fetterman win? Yeah, strong. The Democrats are going to come through with a strong, whether it's Fetterman or whoever else it is. they'll win. So no, she won't win. Now the other guy I want to look at is Mastrioni, who is running in the primary for the governor, for the nomination, the Republican nomination for governor. How is he going to do? Yeah, Edna May's heading to work now. Six of Swords, he's going to have a tough time, and this is just the primary. So will he be beaten by another GOP candidate for the nomination? Yes. So he might not win his primary. So if he does win the primary, okay, let's just go ahead. Will the Democrats win? Will there be a Democrat governor after the election? What flew out? Ace of Wands, yes. A lot of energy building up behind the Democrats. The build up, a surge of energy. Okay. Okay, another truck convoy. Now, Human Generic is saying another truck convoy is heading to DC to protest by being a traffic menace. Unclear what exactly they are. Okay, let's have a look at what this truck convoy, will they be stopped? Let me know how you think this new time slot is working. Will they be stopped? Yes. Yeah, they have to make money. Seven of Cups. It's unclear what they really want, even. Maybe just to be a pain in the butt. And Three of Cups. They're sort of like drunk on this idea, like on the Kool-Aid, that they can just do this. Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's like rushing through. They've rushed it through. They haven't really thought it through. Rushing in and not really thinking it through. Yeah. Oh, look at this. A change. Yeah, I think we're going to see a few more of these, but they're not really going to be thought through. People are going to say, well, what are they forming convoy for? What it's all about? And if they don't get clear answers, they're going to go, nah. I think that's going to be a bit of a change in how people wanting to support these guys. Okay, could be a drift for donations. Yes. Okay, who's got a question? Anyone got a question, my darlings? And I've got the Hot Topics video up and done. I've just got to load it after I've done this. So if you are one of the members who watch the Hot Topics videos, I'll be loading it after this. And if you want to be a member, it's $3.99 a month. And I have got my subject for my new mystery tour. Won't tell you what it's about, but it's taken me a couple of weeks to get it together. And I should hopefully have it done by and uploaded on Thursday. So members will get to see it first, and then if I upload it on Thursday, members will get to see it Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday I'll make it available to everyone. But that's one of the perks of being a member. You get to see my videos early before everyone else. And I also do a weekly Archangel Tarot reading. Okay, who's got a question? Hi, Craig. You did. Yes, you said that, and a person returned it at the VA. Yeah, you said the other day that you got it back. That's really great. Mm-hmm. Russia is bankrupt. This is Fox News. I'm just looking at the headline. It's saying Russia is bankrupt, unable to win, and facing a dead end in the war. Okay, is Russia bankrupt? Let's have a look at that. Now, remember, if you want to ask me a question, absolutely go for it. You tell 9. Yeah, I might make these a little bit shorter, the Tuesday night ones, maybe only an hour. So, they're certainly facing a bankrupt. Yeah, just an uncertain future. Not sure what the next step is going to bring, basically. So yeah, they are facing a very uncertain future. So why? Page of Swords, disappointment, beginning something they can't finish is what I got through. So they've begun this charging in, not thinking, they've begun this action and they can't finish it. And it's just pretty well sucked up what was left of their reserves economically, I think. 3 of Pentacles. I think they're working with, they're still getting some money from holding from the gas and all that. And like Hungary, Turkey, I guess, Hungary, Turkey, and dealing with some people like accusing Hungary of holding the EU hostage. I guess they've been talking to Hungary about doing that so that they can, continue to force their oil and gas into countries who no longer want it. That will give them some money, but the oil and gas countries saying, no, we're not going to use it and stuff. The Empress. They didn't have the money to go into this conflict in the first place. A lot of countries, when they go into fight a war, they have an economic cushion. They have an economic cushion. And this is the thing about the Empress is that when you look at the traditional right away, is she's actually sitting on a cushion on her throne. And they did not have the economic cushion which would allow them to, which meant they could have even afford to think about doing what they did. So, yeah. So, who's got a question? Anyone got a question for me? The other thing is you become a member. Yes, I know I'm pushing it, but is on the last Saturday morning of the month, the last Friday evening, if you're in the US, I have an open session where I post a link on the community board that members can see, and they just go and click on the link, and you can come in and you can join in an open session where you get I pull an oracle card for you, have a chat. You can talk to each other if you want, face to face or voice, So, yeah. No, they didn't. Let's have a look at world news pretty well. So, if someone, if you have a question, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll just go through the headlines that I see here. Won't go in and read the stories further unless I feel it's this. A no confidence motion against Sri Lanka leader fails in Parliament. Okay. So was that against the PM, the new PM, or against the president? Let's see. Yeah, the president. No, I think they. Yeah, I think it was too soon for them to do a no confidence motion. That I said that the PM would get thrown out, and he was. And I did a reading on what his brother was going to do because he resigned. I am Steve. Oh my goodness. Oh, for possible rib injury. Oh my goodness. I hope it turns out that it's just like bruised or something and not broken or cracked or something like that. Oh, I'm so sorry you've had such an upsetting weekend. You know, I completely forgot about the lunar eclipse. I really did. Completely forgot about it. Yeah. So I hope not too many people were thrown into chaos. So we were talking about Sri Lanka, and I said, you know, it would just be a short-term solution, a panacea. So he has appointed a new prime minister, and is finding it a bit hard to get things up and going. The opposition parties apparently mounted a no confidence motion against the president. Can't say I blame them, considering he's the brother of the previous prime minister who had to resign, but it didn't work. It's going to take a while before Sri Lanka is back on even kills. So, Guinea-Bissau president dissolves parliament in a new political right. Guinea-Bissau, I think, is a country in Africa. So let's have a look. President Umaro Sissoco Embalo has dissolved Guinea-Bissau's parliament and said early parliamentary elections would be held this year to resolve the long-running political crisis. Will the elections, this is in a West African state of Guinea-Bissau, will elections resolve the crisis? Only for a little while. There's a lot that has to be addressed there. So, will elections in Guinea-Bissau resolve the long-running political crisis? 3, it will help. It's like the people, the party, and stuff coming together, working together. It will help. King of Pentacles. It will help bring some security back. As with many countries, there are a lot of issues there. Page of Swords. There might be some disappointment in who gets elected. Seven of Swords. 8 of Wands. There might be some people trying to upset some things, but I think they'll be taken care of pretty quickly. Look, it's going to go some way towards resolving some of the issues, but not all of them. There's still a lot of hidden things that have to be addressed. So it'll help for the short term, but there's longer term actions that have to be taken. As indicated by here, there's things that have to be addressed, brought to light and addressed for this nation in West Africa to get back some of the get some of that stability it needs. I'm so sorry to hear about your mum, Steve, and let's hope that the rib injury is as minimal as it can be. You don't even want to have to get bruised ribs. It's just, oh my God, they hurt. So yeah. Okay. Anyone got a question for me, or will I keep going through the news headlines? Often there's like the same story 2 or 3 times, and like I'm not interested in Amber Heard and Johnny Depp and all that, or Wayne Rooney. The English thing. Like, who cares what one woman told another? Yeah, this footballer who allegedly doesn't know how to keep it in his football shorts asked this woman to calm his wife down and blah, 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 blah. It's all ridiculous. Is Putin knocking off the Russian oligarchs? From toad poisoning to falling off a cliff, the mysterious deaths of Russian oligarchs. I've lost count of how many. So, is he knocking them off? Or having them knocked off? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. He's got about 3 people running around doing it. 4 of Swords. Yeah, that's definitely getting them to retire gracefully, if not peacefully. Yeah. Page of Swords. Always disappointed in them, so they have to go. Okay, the big picture from M. Steve. Even if we see a lot of convictions from January 6th, will corrupt Republican judges, including Stoker's, reverse on appeal? No. It's going to take, I think it took them 2 years to get Manafort into court. No. What's going to happen? Oh, I was watching Melda and Linda G earlier, and they were saying that Linda G asked Mel, is there going to be, what's going to happen with all the boxes of documents? And he just said, indictments. I do think there will be indictments. It's going to a grand jury. So will the grand jury hand down indictments over the boxes of paper? The devil. Pay the devil his due. 4 of Wands. The security. It's a really serious breach. 9 of Pentacles. Yes, I'm thinking they will. Queen of Swords, that's the upper step forward and answer for your actions. Yeah, we just had a look at the trucker convoy. 5 of Pentacles out in the cold. And the 9 of Wands, vigilance and having to gather their resources. Yeah, there's going to be lots of indictments over that. 3 or 4, well, multiple indictments for each person. So it might only be, 4 or 5 people maybe, but there's going to be multiple indictments. Will that include Donald Trump? Let's have a look at that. We'll put this deck away. Will Donald Trump be included in those indictments? Let's have a look. I'd be really interested in your feedback, guys, on how you feel about this time change. Will Donald Trump be included in those indictments? And he is going to try and skip the country, but he won't be able to. I've said it for years. He's going to try and flee, but he won't be able to. That is a yes, but he'll do everything he can to see out the clock. But the thing is, they're so convinced. They're so convinced they're going to get the house back that they're just trying to, evening of the balancing of the scales. Yes. I've said for ages that, yes, he was going to try and flee. He might even get as far as the airfield, but they're going to stop him. He won't get away with it. Will he successfully flee the US? Or will they stop Donald Trump from running away? Yeah. Yeah. It's a maybe card, but it's also like in isolation. Chaos, not. He's fought up all these plans, but nah, they're not going to come off. It's going to be a big tower for him. They're going to fail. Yeah. They'll put a hold on his passport and I'll have, all sorts of things sorted. The last card there, sorry, it was the tower on his flight plan, on his plans for flight. Sorry, I've gotten a bit slipping at showing you the cards or telling you what the cards is, but it was the tower, the last one. Total collapse of all his plans. This is all about Tucker Carlson. A lot of people blaming him for that 18-year-old and his promotion of the Great Replacement Theory. Which is apparently all the invention of some extremely right-wing nasty piece of work who lives in a castle in France. So, Tucker Carlson. Is Fox going to have to use half of Joe Biden's Twitter followers are fake, audit reveals? Are they? Are half of Joe Biden's Twitter followers fake? I think there's a lot of followers who just follow just to troll, Are they? Yeah. I'm not aware that he's that active on Twitter. So, yeah, possibly, but it's not really a big deal for him. He doesn't, it, yeah. Apparently, all the Fox News hosts, they're all getting behind their favorite. Like Sean Hannity is Dr. Ozbacker, and Laura Ingraham is, yes, I'm really ashamed, I know this, is a big backer of Kathy Bartlett and stuff like that. That's all right, M. Steve. Be reassured, my Thursday live streams are going to be they're still evening ones in the US, morning ones here for me. It's just I felt I needed to shake it up a bit and stuff. So, okay. And the Tuesday night ones are only going to be an hour. So, Taliban dissolves Afghanistan's Independent Human Rights Commission. Is there going to be some action about that? Will there be some action taken? The Taliban, they've reintroduced the burqa. They've said women can't stand for office and things like that. Are people going to start taking action again? They're doing all this while Putin's in Ukraine. And I think they feel like they can do all this because everyone's attention is on Ukraine. But will there be a response to the Taliban's actions in recent days, including this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, definitely. There's 4 actions recently that have caused increasing concern. I mean, if what is the old saying? If somebody shows you who they are, believe it. I don't know why people thought that. I said when they took power, and I said that they would sort of go along in a showy for a while and then go back to their old ways. You couldn't trust them to stay as they promised. Are they going to further suppress people? Yeah, big towers coming for them. Something big. Okay. I said, are they going to further suppress people? This is surprisingly a big yes. It's what does this tower mean for the Taliban in Afghanistan? This is a really serious thing. Dissolving the Independent Human Rights Commission. Stand in defense. Boundaries are going to be set. I think there's going to be sanctions. Retire. Take a step back. Will there be sanctions put in place against Afghanistan? The Taliban, really. There is already talk about that. Hi, Sophie. How are you? You going for a trip, darling? Okay. Suspension. Yeah, maybe some sanctions and suspensions of trade deals. So we're reading on Afghanistan with the Taliban. There's definitely some changes coming. In the relationship, momentum, picking up momentum that we've got. I've dealt 8 cards and 4 of them are major arcana. There are some big things coming with Afghanistan, with the Taliban, and with basically they're going to continue to make changes, and they're going to continue to upset people, and they're going to get quicker and quicker. Will there be responses? Yes, definitely some sanctions and a movement in sanctions. What's this? Starting a whole new journey with regard to Afghanistan and the Taliban leaders. I don't think anyone wants to have to send people back into Afghanistan. But will the UN, will there be further sanctions placed on Afghanistan? Oh, there's more coming. There's more coming in Afghanistan. The Taliban have got more up their sleeves. Oh, they should never, ever have handed it back to them. It's a very cloudy future. It's like I'm seeing some big things and then a very cloudy future. It's going to be hard for people to get news out of there. Yes, there's going to be some sanctions and stuff happening. And and there's hopefully that a call for these to happen very quickly, but the Taliban, they've only just started. You know, they waited a year or so, and now they're starting all the bad things. Are they going to close foreigners out? Kick foreigners out? I said, are they going to close foreigners out, kick foreigners out? Yes. The five of Pentacles out in the card, out in the cold. Jeez. You should be able to, worship who you want to worship. And, and follow your beliefs, but you should not be able to do so at the cost of other people. You should not be able to use those beliefs to strip other people of their basic rights and dignities. And of course, that's what they're doing. Pentagon officials testify on UFOs in a rare House hearing. Oh, is it open or closed? Oh, you're moving at the end of July. That's right, he said. Yeah. Russia's contracted soldiers threaten criminal charges if they quit. Well, if they're contracted from other countries, just go back to their countries. They might get charged, but better than ending up in a gulag. The refugees minister in the UK is distancing himself from the government's Rwanda plan. You think? I wouldn't just be distancing myself from it. I'd be saying absolutely not. Our department will not do it. We refuse to. I will not enact these changes. Is on in 20 minutes. It's being streamed. Oh my goodness, guys! If you can. I wrap up in about 20 minutes. Why don't you grab some popcorn and go and watch it on, what is it, C-SPAN or whatever? Yeah. No, it's 182 to 8 in favour of them. Yep. Oh, yeah, Finland's going to become, they're giving up their neutrality. David McCormick, he's the he's the other dude in the Pennsylvania Senate primary race. Yep. How about, the Queen officially opens Crossrails. Oh, it's nice to see her. Lovely big smile on her face there. It's nice to see her out and about. I was just going to suggest we do a Queen Watch. And what did I say about Elon Musk and Twitter? Okay, let's see. Queen Watch. How is Her Majesty? Yeah, she's come almost to a standstill with her things, but I think she really, really wanted to do this. She looked very happy to be there. Big grin on her face. I'm only seeing the let's see. The Queen has given the new Elizabeth line, named after her, the Royal Seal of Approval. She visited Paddington Station on Tuesday morning to mark the completion of it. That's lovely. And apparently she looked resplendent in yellow. It's a lovely colour on her. Yeah, so she really, really, it's really special to her. I think she'll try and go, and she did. But she did feel a bit of the strain. We got the Three of Hearts, the Three of Swords here, which is a bit of I think that's more physical. So she did feel the strain of it. So I think she's going to be particularly choosy about what she does. She slowed almost to a standstill, but I think she really, really wanted to do this. And, yeah. So, but she's going okay. Yeah, but there's a lot of emotion around her. Oh my goodness. And I think she's really come almost to a stop. She's resting up for the Jubilee, I think. Is she resting up big for the Jubilee? Oh, people are a bit anxious about her, that she's doing too much. She's anxious to, she's having a bit of maybe some restless sleep, but she's working, building up her reserves. I think this was very special to her, this Crossrail line and support, and I think she's getting as much support as she can. She's building up for the Jubilee. I think she's determined to do the Jubilee. Let's hope the old girl makes it. Like I said, I've got nothing, and about it. She did a lot for her country. I mean, she really did. So, yeah, get the popcorn out and watch the UFO hearings. Libyan rival PM leaves Tripoli after clash with forces. Is Libya going to, after clashes between forces? What is this? Libya's parliament-appointed prime minister briefly attempted to take over the capital Tripoli before being forced out after his arrival triggered fighting between opposing militias. Good Lord, he was appointed by the parliament. Is Libya going headfirst into a civil war? Is Libya heading into a civil war? I hope. Full on internal conflict. Unfortunately, it is the start of a lot. I'm getting a shouting match. Yeah, it's a lot of trying to undermine each other, opposing militias there. When militias have such... Yeah, Libya is heading into a very, very bad time. Militias have a lot of strength there and it's heading into a bad time. Let's just pray and hope that the conflict within that country can be resolved. Hopefully without loss of life. So... Got to switch your computer over for work. Okay, Uncover the News. Thanks for joining us. As always, you just provide some great up-to-date stuff, and thank you. Musk says Twitter has to show spam accounts less than 5% for a deal to move. He is finding excuses not to move forward with it. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Yeah. I told you to watch this space because it was not a done deal. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know. I'm crowing a little bit, and I'm sorry about that. That's showing quite a bit of hubris, and no, that's not. No, that's not going to do that. I guess I get really surprised when I see something and it's like, oh, wow, I knew it. I got it. I knew it. And it surprises me and it delights me in a little bit. But, yeah, it's stuff that I've read on and I've been spectacularly wrong too. So, yeah. New French Prime Minister urges girls to pursue their dreams. Good on her. What to expect from the House panel hearings on UFOs, first public hearing. How about I do a quick reading on that? Okay, how about I do a quick reading on that? What to expect. I'm not going to read the thing because it hasn't started yet. It starts in about 20 minutes, doesn't it? So let's have a look. I'll do a bit of a read. What to expect. Testimony, of course. Let's see. What to expect from the House panel hearing on UFOs. Let's have a look at that. The first public hearing of its kind in decades. There's going to be some questions somewhere along the line of, have we co-opted? No, they won't ask. They won't ask, have we co-opted alien technology? Three of Wands. They're definitely going to look at, we've got the Three of Wands, of the consequences of these sightings on people. What's happened to some of them, their reports, how they were treated possibly. So it's going to be more than what's been reported and what's been written down. Also, the treatment of people in the military and stuff who have reported these things, and why don't people report it. So there might be some of that, looking at people who do speak up, how have they been treated and why. Four of Cups. Dissatisfactory. Yeah, there's definitely going to discuss a lot of dissatisfaction about evidence. Why is this, all this shows is an unidentified flying object. It doesn't show proof of anything. Why is it just being hidden away? Dissatisfaction. Lots of questions as to why, when it, it could be anything. It's not necessarily a flying saucer. It's just something that's in the air that they couldn't identify. There's no real need to keep it a secret. Why? There's going to be a lot of why. Oh, maybe some incidences where people may have perished as a result of encounters or something like that. And I'm getting a lot of treatment of people. A lot of people treatment of, especially in the services, possibly. It's about more than just what's seen and what's been recorded and why things have been covered up. It's also about the treatment of people. Two of Pentacles. Why the manipulation? It shows nothing. Why the manipulation? Again, I'm getting why. There's going to be a lot of whys. Will there be film? Yeah. There's going to be a lot of film. Okay. This is going to kick up momentum. Now, this is the second major arcana card, the Chariot. The first one was the Death card, the Transmission. And I'm thinking about changes to people's behavior, irrevocable changes, possibly changes or treatment, or people, a lot of people unfortunately end up, and if you ever feel that you get to feeling that way, that nobody believes you, you may as well just go and end it all. If you ever feel like that, please contact one of the suicide helplines wherever you are in the world. Other people's behavior towards you because you spoke your truth, don't give them a victory by hurting yourself in that way. So please, 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 if you ever get to that space in your life where you feel that that's the only way, please pick up the phone and call one of the lines. There are many available all over the globe. Okay. 7 of Wands. I think a lot of people have you spoken to aliens and all that, but there's going to be a lot of stonewalling this far and no further. This far and no further. So expect some stonewalling. Will there be photos? Ace of Swords, yes. There's still lots and lots of questions. What else will there be? 6 of Swords. What happened to this? What happened to this evidence or that evidence, this wreckage or that wreckage that people have known that they've seen and you've taken away? What happened to it? What happened to this? Where did things go? Where did things go after this? Is movement away. And it's like they're being dragged away through choppy waters, movement away. Where did things go? Where did they get moved to? Look at this. The 6 of Pentacles. They're going to be asking, we want to know the balancing of the scales. Have deals been made between countries and stuff? Nine of Cups. And have deals been made with other races? Are they going to get then? Look, here's the technology part, making riches of whatever you can get. Have some of this technology, have we developed technology that we normally wouldn't have if not for some of these incidences? That sort of stuff. Making money. That sort of questions. All about the cover-ups. How many cover-ups have there been? Why? When you look at this picture, was it worth all this money? Was it worth badgering someone until? I think there's going to be a lot of questions about people. It's going to be a bun fight. Is it going to be a bun fight? Oh, yeah. You can stir up your magic tails or whatever, but yeah, it's going to be a real bun fight. With the Magician. You can't just make things disappear. If you can make them disappear, make them appear again. What are some of the magic tricks you've pulled? Things like that. It's going to be a real bun fight, my darlings. It's going to be a real bun fight. Anyway, only got a couple of minutes left in the first Tuesday night. How did it go? What do you guys think about this time? Guys, if you want, you can go into my comments and you can post phone numbers, helplines, anything like that. Go into the comments for this after you've finished. After I finish, you can go add that information into the comments and anything like that. Okay? Yeah. Okay. No matter what we see, no matter what is the truth about what we see, we shouldn't be made to feel less or made to or manipulated in such a way that we end up without hope. So, yeah. Whether if someone comes to you with a story, whether you believe them or not is not the point. It's what they believe. And and let's just say, I don't know what to think of your story, but thank you for telling me. You don't have to say, oh, I think it's all dust or this or that. You can just say, thank you for sharing that experience. And if you personally don't believe it or think that you don't have to say anything like that. You can just say, thank you for sharing your experience. I don't know what to make of it, but it clearly has an effect on you. And let's hope you can, No, we do not know what's out there. And a UFO doesn't necessarily have to mean little green men. Okay? Or little greys or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to. It's just something we can't account for. And there's so much out there, that we can't account for. Doesn't mean we're crazy or whatever. Yeah. And I think if people want to share their experience, they shouldn't, whatever anyone else's opinion might be, they shouldn't be made to feel anything less than they are. Hi, Viviane. So, guys, can I just get a quick feedback from you? What do you think of this time for Tuesdays? Just a bit of quick feedback before I end it for the night. What do you think? Are you liking this for a bit of a change for a while? Having Tuesday morning in the US, Tuesday night, afternoon everywhere else. I just thought it'd be good. Hi, Pamela Bryant. I've just come to the end of my first Tuesday morning one, so I think you might have to be early risers, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So I could move it back a bit. I could move it back to 9 to give people in other parts of the country a bit more of a Hi 171 sign in. So if you, that's okay. So I might push it back to 9 p.m. my time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern time, 6 a.m. Pacific time. So how about next week I will try the 9 p.m. slot. I don't want to go any later than that, but I'll try 9 p.m. next week. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Love you all. As always, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay strong, and stay loving. And thank you, my darlings. Bye-bye.